Best date or worst date story?
Oh, okay.
Pick.
Well, no, that's you.
I know, but give me I'm indecisive.
Oh, worst date. I would love to hear worst date.
Worst date.
I
don't
want to
be
about the bitten vagina.
See, girl, don't talk about business. Okay, yeah, all right.
We're having a discussion.
All right, so got me all worked up. Got to put my hair up for this story. Okay, so a man did bite me in the vagina once. So let's just get that out of the way. Let's get all the ha ha ha.
Come on. You gotta hold on. Say it one more time. What happened?
A grown man bit me in the vagina parts.
Your teeth ain't supposed to be down there, man. Your teeth. Will you so up? Your teeth.
Okay. So this.
How did it happen? Please elaborate, because acquiring minds would love to know.
Okay, so check this out. There was this man that I was into physically, but I was not into I knew that it wasn't going to go anywhere. So I'm like, I'll just hang out with him, call him up whenever I want to, have certain needs met, right? And so he found an issue in that because he wanted to go out with me and all these things, but I was just I don't really see it being that thing. So I'll hit you up at the end of the day type shit, right? So he hits me up one day and he's just oh, I want to hang out with you tonight, but I'm out with my friend. And so then he invites me to meet up with him and his friend. And so I was just I really don't want to. So what I do thinking this is the grand plan is I come super, super late thinking I'm going to come at the end of your kicking it with your boys. I can show face, be hello. And then we can dip out and then I can go home. So what instead happened is I showed up at this establishment to a very drunk man. And instead of leaving when I should have, I didn't. I drove this man home and eventually he...
I'm sorry. Your vagina had no idea what was happening. She didn't know. She wasn't ready. Her vagina had no idea.
Can we stop? This is not about... Okay, so yeah, he was really, really drunk, and that's what, it was the worst experience I've ever had. Yeah, he got upset, and he was this is prior to him biting me in the crotch. He's just you treat me like I'm some kind of hoe. You only want to come over certain. And I was just that's not what's happening. I was
girl, you got that yummy.
And so, yeah. It was...
He took a bite out of life.
Yeah, that was not one of my favorite experiences in life. So, yeah. And stories like this are why whenever I'm going through a drought, I don't have numbers to go back to because I don't really block people, but I will delete the text message thread, delete your number.
He bit her vagina.
Can we stop?
Your teeth.
Okay, so next question.
Yeah.
What? That's not how it happened.
What?
It was just this. We're not gonna go into that. It's not my favorite story. The dating sometimes is difficult.
Yo.
So.
Okay, next, because girl, my brain. Oh, what do you do if you're not into someone? It says him, but we can put theys in there as well.
Yeah, I the whole fade out. I'll be oh, I'll just stop contacting you. I'm getting new to blocking people. I see I'm not really good at that. I hate rejecting people because I hate feeling rejected. So I try to soften the blow and be so my whole bailout is
sending them
I do. I send dissertations for why I'm not into you because I would want and no one's really ever giving me the courtesy hey girl, but no. So what I do is
because people have jobs, Carmalita.
My job is to
they not napping all day. You got time. You got time to send these texts. These people don't have time to send these.
Well,
texts.
I think people's feelings matter, so
it's cute. I mean, my thing with rejection, or if I don't like somebody, if I don't like you, I mean, I don't really say anything. Like, I don't think it's necessary to, like, you can tell. Like, I feel like certain things, I think we've gotten so much in a culture of, like, always needing to hear validation. Like, I don't need to tell you that I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to, like, why do I have to have the pressure of making someone feel something?
Right.
Like, when in reality, like, we just don't. Like, you know when we connect. You know when we connect. Because we're talking. We vibe. But if we don't, like, what happened? You know what happened. So
you're saying it's not your responsibility to, like, appease someone? It's not that serious?
It's not. I feel like the only time it is that serious is if we've given each other time and space. And, like, if we've been clearly dating for 6 months and it's been, like, you then,
but not when you're just, like, in the first week or so of texting.
Yeah.
I get so offended. Like, immediately, like...
Weird.
No.
Because I feel like, again, timing is everything. Like, you, with time, you will see who is for you and who isn't. But if you're, like, in the first, you know, like, oh my gosh, like, he's not doing this. Like, what is going on? It's like, get out of your phone and get out of your head. You need to spend some time away from all of that. My best date would be when a guy took me to Crustaceans. It was really, really nice.
Fancy.
Back in the days, okay, he was on it. And I was dating some of the, okay. But, you know, I didn't want anybody to know, so it was really nice. But he took me to Crustaceans, had a driver bring me there. It was nice. It was really nice. And he was really nice. Why we didn't work out is because he was into some really weird sexual things that I, like, sexually, I'm into a lot of things. I'm a Sagittarius. We get it in. Oh! Boo-boo. But when you start, like, calling people, like, names and things, I won't look at you the same. And that food, you're gonna make me want to stab you while we're eating this luxurious, you know, lobster meal.
Don't matter how good it is if you gotta do some crazy stuff.
It just, it always felt weird. And it was like, I try to get myself into it because I'm like, he be really going all out. Like, he really likes me and, like, you know.
But it wasn't enough.
But it wasn't, And, like, with me, I can't lie. Like, I often get good things to me all the time. So, like, having someone lavish me with gifts and stuff it's nice, it's appreciated, but that comes to me anyway. So I don't need no man, no nothing, no person in the sky. I have my question. Bad sex.
Did we not just talk about that?
Bad sex. No. Okay, so for real, what do you do in a relationship if the sex is bad?
Go to sex stores.
No, that don't always work. Like, but what do you do, like, if you're in a space where sex isn't...
I think it depends on both people. If both people have to be willing to put forth the same energy or, like,
effort in like, making it work.
Into, like, like, that's why, like, this is the longest that I have gone, personally, without the sex, because...
It's been 2 days.
Wait, do you mean that's what you're saying? That's
She's like, it's, the drought. Woo!
Day 2, day 3, day 4. A few moments later.
I dusted off down there. It happened like yesterday morning. It's been the weekend he's been here.
6.5 hours later.
No.
I'm telling you, she be literally pulling the bone. Like,
that's
there ain't
true.
No meat on
that's
the
not
bone.
True. I am not a man eater.
Few inches later.
But
there ain't
so
no meat on the bone. The bone.
First of all. But this is the longest that I've gone because I'm tired of the, like, inequality of a thing. And so with casual dating or casual sex, it's not guaranteed that the person that you're vibing with, even if you guys are talking for a month or a few months, it's like, with some people, you have to put in time to, like, get to know someone physically.
Right.
Some people you just, like, connect with and it's like fireworks and explosives, and then you get, like, So what happens with me is I will be more into a man physically than I am like intellectually. And so it's just like, because I know I need the intellectual stimulation, at this point I'm like, I can't just spend time with a guy and it's gonna like be a waste of my like intellectual energy, really. So
what she's saying is she hates stupid people.
I don't hate stupid people because I just want someone who's smarter than me. I don't feel like it takes that much. Like, I think I'm pretty smart, but I'm not like, you know, not like a Rhodes Scholar. But anyway, some people I just can't engage with particular conversation with, whatever. But it's also like I want a certain amount of like emotional connection with a person before I'm just like, yes, we're gonna be in this whole thing. So because of that, it's been many days. It's been more than 2.
Hopefully by the time this airs, it'll be 4.
Listen, 2020 is about to close out. I would like for it to end with a bang, but it does not look like that is happening for me. Anyway, bad sex for you. Like, what is it like?
You know, for me, I believe that bad sex comes from people who don't want to pay attention.
No, they don't want to pay attention.
They don't. Sex is not hard. Like, good sex is not hard. It really isn't. Mm-hmm. It is a connection, the best connection with two people. So it's like when people are not paying attention, I often am like, okay, this is a deeper rooted thing, and I ain't got time to like help counsel you to help me come. So what I'm going to do is okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I get what I need. I'm a well-oiled machine. You know, you gotta really make sure the key and the ignition just don't. You gotta unlock the door, check the windows. You know,
are you
check
the aggressor?
Oil.
I think according to my brother, who has named me the man eater, yes, I am aggressive. I do try to do like the whole coy thing because looking like a Disney princess works for me. So people don't expect it. It's like, but then like it doesn't last very long. So yeah, I'm generally the aggressor, but I try to like not be, because I do think men thrive sometimes when they think they're the aggressors.
For sure.
Yeah, you gotta like play. I hate playing games, but you have to sometimes be like, oh, I'm a little more coy or whatever, and it's really just like
100%.
Are you?
Like to, it's half and half. I like a nice even balance, because if I'm always aggressing, because I like to let you know like what's up. I will do like random acts of things just to let you know, like, hey, this is where we are. But I also like to see that as well in order for me to know that like this is what we're on the same page. Oh, we did that one already.
That might be all.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, my brother's spilt my tea.
When to move on from we didn't do this one. When to move on from a relationship, how soon, when do you date again? That's a good one. That's actually what I'm going through right now. I'll answer the first one. When to move on. For me personally, I feel like I am ready to move on when I am no longer seeking the feelings of that person anymore. Like, because there's a transition phase that happens, like when you're in a breakup and you don't know whether or not you guys are gonna get back together or whatever, and it's like you still want to hear that person like tell you they love you and all of that. I think for me, when I am no longer like searching for that is when I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
How soon? Again, I feel like it really depends. I try to not put any time limits on myself, like, cause I really don't know. Like, some moments you feel like I'm 100% like done with this person, and then the next, something happens, you hear a song,
Right.
you
You're like, oh,
have a
really?
moment, you know, and it's like, again, time is going to be your best friend in that, because the only way to know when you are truly over it is when you can say, like, you know what, like, I'm good, like, I don't need this, you know. I feel like date again when you are going to be able to go on these dates and show up as yourself, and not show up someone who's talking about
my ex, and my last,
yes,
and, you know,
like,
that was my last date. The last date that I went on, the guy literally talked about his ex the whole time. Zena,
come here.
why don't you come around?
Oh, I'm gonna show you my ass a little bit.
Stop!
Hi,
Get her!
Senseiya, Baba Beach, Baba.
Harmony, Zena doesn't love that. But yeah, the last date that I went on, the guy literally talked about his ex the whole time, and it was like, boy, yeah, it wasn't. That was the second date, so I'm like, there's definitely not going to be a third one. So
Yeah, I feel like if you're on dates with people, you should not be talking about, like, honestly, you shouldn't be bringing up your ex-lovers in conversation until you guys are talking about, like, actually becoming
or you are together.
official. Yeah. Because it's like, nobody wants to hear about that. I don't want to hear, because then that means you don't have enough time to think about me.
Because you're still thinking about that.
No.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good place to end.
You to think about me, think about me, think about her.
Thank you, Tiquan.